little more to the right. There! Now, hold the pose. Just a few more minutes. You have such an incredibly singular face. That's a compliment, my lady, out of my mouth. Your particularity gives you character.
You're still here?
We have nearly finished. Have you any more need of me, Master?
You haven't forgotten that we're setting sail today, have you?
Of course not.
Your cousin is nowhere to be found. I've searched the palace from cellars to attics. Your uncle is beside himself.
He was of a mind to paint the town last night. Don't worry. I shall track him down. Make care to your own preparations without wrinkling another frown. We'll meet you on the boat.
It's about time your cousin took account of the responsibilities awaiting him. He should go and inform the ambassadors of Telemi and the Bridge Alliance of his departure.
Have no fear, Master. I will go and see them in his name. I beg your pardon, but urgent matters call me away. Might we finish all this later?
Impossible, my lady. You are leaving with the tide, if what I've been told is correct.
I am sorry, sir, truly. I must be going.
My lady, please, I beg you. Her Highness has personally requested I finish this.
Thank you, cousin, for getting me out of that.
Madam, I'm sorry. I'm afraid that I won't make for good company.
Hey! Green blood!
Kurt!
And so the day has finally come. My royal fledglings are leaving the nest.
Accompanied by their most loyal and tenacious Master of Arms.
As loyal as your gold.
Enough with the cold mercenary. I know you like us. Still hiding your men in the unsuspecting shadows of the greats of this world, I see.
Hey, our blades are the only thing keeping you dainties alive.
Kurt, I'm not in need of your protection. I'm no longer a child, you know.
Is that so? Well, let's see. Fight with honor! Green blood. Me who thought myself a competent weapons master.
It's becoming a little hard to believe.
Don't add insult to injury. This is humiliating enough. We'll need to get you through the basics, or you risk getting your feathers plucked at the first sign of trouble.
That could definitely come in handy.
In that case, Otto here is going to be your training partner. Go! Fight with honor!
Chicken, come and fight!
Come on, if you dare! Come on, if you dare!
Hey! Green blood!
Kurt.
Green blood. Me who thought myself a competent weapons master.
It's becoming a little hard to believe.
Don't add insult to injury. This is humiliating enough. We'll need to get you through the basics, or you risk getting your feathers plucked at the first sign of trouble.
That could definitely come in handy.
In that case, Otto here is going to be your training partner. Go! Fight with honor!
Come on, if you dare. Come on, if you dare. Come on, if you dare. Come on, if you dare.
It appears we've brushed up on the basics.
It does. And I'd like to be on my way. I've quite the list of things to do before we depart.
Indeed. Remember that you can always train in our barracks on the island if you're feeling rusty.
Are your bags packed for the great departure?
Yes, you know I get by with very little. You're not angry that I'm coming with you, I hope.
On the contrary, I am thrilled that both you and Sir de Corsillon are joining our party. A few friends at your side in unknown territory is a boon.
Don't tell me the old school teacher is competing against me. By the way, where is our future governor hiding? I was hoping to put his skills to the test as well.
I've no idea. He had plans to celebrate his departure last night, and we haven't seen him since. You know Constantine. I should have gone with him, but my heart wasn't in the mood for a celebration. The thought of bidding my mother farewell.
It is never easy to say goodbye. But you should be going to see her now. She must be waiting for you. I'll meet you in front of the palace. Then we'll go and find Constantine together.
Very well. I'll meet you as soon as I've said my goodbyes.
What is this? Have you not been taught to knock? I've asked 1,000 times. Oh, it's you, my dear child.
Mother, I'm sorry. I'm having trouble getting used to your condition.
Come now, let's speak of more pleasant things. I'm so very happy to hear your voice. You remind me so much of your father. I do miss him so. Today is the big day, isn't it? Ready to set sail for that island everyone's talking about.
Yes, but the idea of leaving you behind, alone and ill...
Dying, my child. Alas, there is nothing you can do by staying that would ease my suffering. One thing brings me cheer. They say the island is full of miracles, and we might find a cure.
Even if I were to find it, I would never be able to return in time to...
I know. But it brings me comfort to know my daughter has left on a mission to heal her people. Come now. It is time for you to take leave. Here, take this with you.
What is it?
A family heirloom. Something that... Take it and keep it with you. May it bring you good luck. All my blessings go with you, my child. Now, be off.
Kurt. It's done.
Sorry, Greenblood. Look, we can see the masts of the ship that'll be taking us. This is one sacred adventure we're embarking on.
I hope this island will keep its promises.
In order to know that, we'll need to find Constantine first.
You were right. Maybe he is already at the port. He was so eager to leave.
This will be quite the chore to finish before our departure. The commander wants to recover some merchandise from our supplier, but the transporter doesn't want to deliver. I did all I could to persuade. Nothing came of it. All the parliamenting fatigues me. But this is your domain. I wouldn't say no to a little help.
Of course. Where is the supplier located?
In the lower boroughs, near the port.
Right then. We'll put it on our list of visits.
Where would you like to begin?
I've been asked to pay visits to the ambassadors of Thélème and the Bridge Alliance before our departure. Their dwellings are not far from here. We could go there first.
Very well. Do you think Constantine will be waiting for us next to the ship?
I don't know, but it is certainly worthy of inspection.
Greetings, Your Excellency.
To my help! And death to the others!
Come here, my beauties.
Greenblood, do you need something?
I wondered if you ever felt lonely.
I always do. Why, do you want to rectify this?
I hope to have kept you good company for all these years. After all, we were always together.
And these memories I hold dear. You've always been extraordinary, Greenblood, but I had to watch over you.
What about now?
Now? Anything else?
I must leave you.
wish you a good day, Your Excellency. I must go home. My son is sick.
Good day, Excellency.
Lady de Sardet, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I have come to inform you that my cousin Constantine and I are departing for Tir on the hour.
Ah, yes. I did indeed hear talk that you had both received callings of greater stature. Allow me to congratulate you. Were you not named legate of the congregation?
You are correct, Excellency. I thank you.
It is a station of great honor that I am sure you will fill with brio and panache. The Mother Cardinal Cornelia will be enchanted to work with you, and your cousin in the future. I only regret that your departure is so sudden.
Really?
To be entirely honest with you, I was hoping to solicit your help in a rather delicate matter.
Tell me more about it, and perhaps I can take care of your problem before my departure.
Very well. A small group of dangerous heretics has found refuge in Serene. We know that your uncle tolerates the presence of all pagans within the city walls. But these particular non-believers threaten the fragile harmony of this place. We would consider it a tremendous favor if you would arrest them and deliver them to our guard.
Heresy is not a crime in Serene. You do know that, but I'm sure that my uncle would hear your arguments. Why call on my intervention?
The prince would indeed give us his blessing, but it would take time. Far too much time. For according to our sources, these fugitives have already made contact with a smuggler to take them who knows where.
I see. You were hoping that I'll be able to do something before they make it to an enemy city. If your heretics are planning on boarding a ship, then they must be in the dockyards. I'll look into this and see what I can do. Could you tell me anything about Thélème?
It would be a pleasure. As you already know, our glorious nation is guided by our faith. We follow the teachings of Matthias, our founder and greatest prophet. And give thanks each day to the Luminous for having gifted us magic. The high dignitaries of Thélème are...
I've heard say that dissensions have appeared recently in your nation.
Ah, you must certainly be speaking. The Lord Luminous has an extremely pure, but other, more... They believe that a less rigid dialect, but their differences are purely theoretical.
What is your point of view on the relations?
As ambassador of Thélème, we appreciate as well the welcome that your uncle... Thanks to your support, the congregation is our most... That heresy is tolerated, and that your treaties with the bridge...
How is Thélème faring on Tir?
We built a marvelous city. Did you know that certain historians believe our missionaries there are a multitude? Of course, there are certain pockets of... But I am confident that the order... And we have tremendous hopes.
How goes the conflict with the Bridge Alliance?
Your territory is, alas, we fight on every front. Without great success. These so-called savants, not only...
And on Tir?
To my knowledge, no one has yet... The Bridge have succeeded in provoking the natives there, which leaves us greater latitude.
I must be going. Farewell, Excellency.
May the light...
I believe I've seen you at the palace. Are you one of the prince's relatives?
The merchant is there.
Good day, my lady. How might I be of service?
You can start by explaining to me why you refuse to honor the orders agreed upon with the guard.
There's been a misunderstanding, madam. Of course we're ready to honor the orders. In fact, I've already had a word with your master-at-arms.
They're asking that we pay again, despite having already paid.
It's just that the price has gone up since. I've nothing to do with it.
This is inadmissible. If you agree on a sum, you need to honor that agreement.
I'm sorry, madam. I'm just an agent, and I'm only obeying orders.
Your master has apparently asked you to demand a second payment for this merchandise.
That's right. He told me that their attendant seemed to be hiding something when he passed the order. And so he must have thought the guard would end up paying in the end, whatever he asked for.
I'll be damned. And I'm the one they've sent to settle the affair.
Sorry, Captain. It's nothing personal. I'm only following orders.
Following orders? Yeah, we hear you. Makes one wonder which one of the two of us is a coin guard.
Your master has apparently asked you to demand a...
That's right. And so he must have...
I'll be damned.
Sorry, Captain.
Following order.
Why don't we go and solicit other suppliers, Kurt?
When we've already paid for the merchandise? If these thieves agree to reimburse the original payment, it's what we do immediately. And do know, in the future, we won't be shopping with them. Well, I should think not.
This whole story sounds suspicious and stinks of us. You were demanding a second payment, but refused to
I'm not the one demanding, nor...
This stubborn fool is pushing me to madness.
I don't think you understand who you were dealing with. Perhaps I failed to present myself properly. Lady de Sardet, niece of the Prince d'Orsay, and legate of the Congregation of Merchants. During our conversation, you explained to me that your master forced you to commit a crime. That's regrettable, especially as you will be considered his accomplice in extortion and theft. You know as well as I that the Congregation does not tolerate such illegal activities.
But I'm only obeying orders.
That's a shame. Well, as orders are the only language you seem to understand, I order you to return the guard the merchandise without delay, unless you'd rather your master is hung, and that you finish your days in prison.
As you request, my lady. I shall go immediately and ask that these crates be delivered to the attendant.
Now that's a wise decision.
Thank you. I was beginning to think this would never end. You're certainly honoring your new title. Bravo! The quartermaster must be expecting us.
Lively there, lads and lasses! I promised the merchants and their prince we'd be off before the tide. You, man, carry that properly. That porcelain is worth more than your life. There are some children we'd been best to refuse.
Captain Vasco.
And you are?
I'm de Sade, the prince's niece. If all is in order, we will soon be embarking on your boat.
It's a ship. Not a boat.
Apologies.
Apologies for my asking, but the young governor isn't with you.
He didn't come home this morning. I need to find him before departure.
I hope nothing's happened to him or he hasn't changed his mind. The tide does not wait.
Perhaps he simply celebrated his imminent departure with a little too much enthusiasm. Is everything ready?
We're short a crew member. The cabin boy is missing. But have no fear, we will leave without him if he does not present himself before the tide.
Is he an important member of the crew?
We don't need him for sailing or navigation. He's only a cabin boy.
He must have simply had a bit too much to drink in celebrating his departure.
I doubt that. Jonas was never one to fancy drink. And it's been 2 days since last he was... Might I ask you, if you hear anything, I would like to set sail with a clear mind.
When did you see your cabin boy for the last time?
It wasn't out of the ordinary until this morning. My men have... But the day of departure, every able-bodied sailor...
Does the boy know anyone in Serene?
Other than fellow Nords? I don't think so, but...
This Jonas, does he have any close...
In tradition, we are all members of the same family.
Might I have a word with them?
As you wish. You'll find them over there.
Have you seen anyone wandering about?
Take a look around. There are far too many. As long as they don't try and get on my ship, I paid. That said...
A smuggler?
In the port jails. Now, may I ask you, why the sudden interest?
Nothing to bother yourself about. I'm just curious.
You wouldn't, by the sheerest of coincidence. The same a couple of the ambassadors of Telemes.
And so you know about that?
Of course. The Cardinal's henchmen are hard to miss, and they were making quite a fuss, hoping we would cave in and help. Feel free to carry out your own investigation. The port brigs, just like the warehouses, are property.
You haven't heard anything about my cousin, by chance, have you? To be honest, we were hoping to...
Did you say he was intending on celebrating his departure? My men spoke of a rather animated party that went down at the...
That isn't the safest place in the city.
Let's go and find him.
Happy to be of some help.
Could you tell me a little about your...
We are masters of the oceans.
Thanks to your magic, so I've heard.
Our magic, yes. As for your question, any child born on one of our ships is... Others are sea gifted, joining the Nords for... It's how the guild is made and made...
Could you tell me anything about our destination?
It is a magnificent place. Why? The natives have a relationship. They're a very friendly people, welcoming. I've also heard that there are a great many exotic... But I wouldn't know what else to tell you. I've never strayed far...
What do you think of our port?
Are you referring to this one? It is the... Thanks to your prince, even though it remains part of your city, certain zones are owned completely by us. And it's a good port. Were it not for...
Be back soon, Captain.
We need to have a word with that people smuggler the sailor mentioned.
He's a captain, Kurt, like yourself. And in order to interrogate the smuggler, we'll need to find a way into his jail.
Hello, Your Excellency. It is an honor. Have a nice day, madam.
Good day, tavern keeper.
Good day to you. What is your pleasure?
I'm looking for my cousin. His name is Constantine. I believe he was intent on celebrating his departure last night.
There was indeed a party here last night, but it ended badly.
Whatever do you mean?
A brawl broke out. My tavern was shattered, and no one's paid for the damages.
I'm sorry. Amongst the rebel rousers, did there happen to be a young man? 20 years of age? Hair down to his neck, light brown? Blue eyes? Quite the talker?
I don't believe it. Of course he was there. He's the man that started the fight. I hope you've come to reimburse me. Don't count on me to help you if that's not the case.
What kind of damage are we talking about exactly?
A good half of my furniture was broken into firewood. I piled up the lot over there.
Let me take a look. Perhaps it can be repaired.
If you can fix it, I'll be obliged. If not, you'll need to pay.
This furniture is in terrible condition. The fight must have been extremely violent.
It looks as if it's fixable. I've seen worse. We'll need to build some metal dowels, but once done, we can make them like new.
to me. You won't regret this miraculous opportunity. Your time is precious in these dark hours.
Are your boots worn through? Is your hat out of style? Does your vest belong to last year's fashion?
Come closer now, good people. Don't be afraid.
Lady de Sardet, I presume. It is an honor to make your acquaintance. Captain, you set sail soon?
Yes, we were...
Excellent news.
Blast me, I'm a captain, not an...
The commander was quite...
Very well.
The merchandise that you obtained, but the port authority formalities for ship... And we've already lost quite a bit of time with this...
Are you blatantly asking...
I would never ask you to do...
Ah, but you don't mind asking...
Well, now, if he finds... But this cargo must...
Marvellous.
Well then, I await your return with utmost impatience. I'm certain you shall...
this smuggler is filthy. But perhaps we'll discover some useful information.
Good day. Someone told me that you were a friend of Jonas, the young cabin boy who was gone missing.
That's right, yeah. Are you looking for him?
Yes. Your captain asked me to go and find him.
Happy to hear he's taken the disappearance seriously. What can I do for you?
When did you last see him?
2 days ago, in the evening. We went to have a drink in the tavern. Jonas, Lauro and myself.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary? Was he troubled?
Maybe a tad troubled. Like he was somewhere else.
Why would that be? Give me your best guess.
Boy, I haven't the faintest idea.
When did you last see him?
2 days ago, in the evening. We went to have a drink in the tavern. Jonas, Lauro and myself.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary? Was
maybe a tad troubled. Like...
Why would that be?
Why? I haven't the faintest idea.
What does Jonas do in his free time, when you're on land?
He just hangs around here or there. You know the cabin boys don't have half a sailor's wages. And when evening comes, we usually go down the tavern with good old Lauro.
Did he ever have one too many?
Never. He sips his pint like it was bad medicine. One drink lasts him the whole night.
Does he know anyone in Serene?
No one, far as I know.
Do you think he could have made himself any enemies?
I wouldn't think that for a moment. Jonas has a good heart and he steers clear of trouble and troublemakers.
I don't know where to start with this. Do you have any idea?
No. Lauro won't stop telling anyone who will lend him an ear that the boy was carried off by thugs.
And you don't believe him?
I like Lauro, don't get me wrong, he's like a brother. But to be honest, he drinks a little more than he should. The itch for a drink gets us all, but to him more than others, and when you drink here, yesterday, it was me who tied one over, and I thought I called back to him, as you guessed, but then nothing.
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a damn good navigator, and an excellent leader of men. He knows his craft well, in spite of being so young.
How old is he?
He's not seen his 25th year yet. If he keeps it up, he'll be an admiral one day.
I need to be going. Farewell. Good day, sailor. I've been told that you know the missing cabin boy well. Is that right?
You talking about Jonas? You bet your stars I know him. But like I've been crying to the 9 deaf winds, he didn't go missing, he was taken.
Were you a witness to the event?
Yes, I was. Even though I'd had a few tumblers in the other day, in the tavern, I saw him talk. And then when we left, him and I, Flavia left a little earlier, you understand. Well, those brutes were there, waiting for him. They just...
Why didn't you intervene?
I tried to, believe me.
Did you report this to the captain?
Unfortunately not. I know all too well what weight my words carry. Even Flavia treated me like a drunken fool. And the captain? No, not telling him that.
Were you a witness to the event?
Yes, I was. The other... And then... Well,
Why did you...
Unfortunately, the cap...
Did Jonas seem troubled to you?
Maybe. For sure he wasn't...
Do you know what was on his...
No.
Why would anyone want to snatch a mere...
How would I know? You think...
It's just that I can't imagine a gang of thugs. Did anyone else see the kidnap?
There was still a small crowd in the... I seem to recall that regular being there. Kind of fellow who plays from morning to night time to be that skilled. And now and again he comes out. When nature calls, you know.
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a just man. Who knows his knots. It's a pity that he hasn't much heart for lass.
Thank you, Lauro. I need to be go...
Strange story, this is.
Something isn't right here. I can feel it. We need to lift the veil on this.
Who are you? I don't recognize you. Am I in your debt?
No, have no fear about that. It's for a different reason that I'm here. I'm looking for a Naut that disappeared 2 days ago, after visiting this establishment. A young cabin boy. 2 members of his crew accompanied him.
Yes, that does ring a bell. I've played with the 3 of them.
What can you tell me about the boy? How was he that night?
He seemed rather nervous, as if he was worried about something. Didn't feel like playing, that I remember. And he must have been right to be nervous, if he's disappeared.
Tell me what happened that evening.
A rich merchant came in, with a band of strong arms. The kind of men you can round up for a few coins, if you catch my drift. They exchanged words with the cabin boy. The kid was defensive, not sitting pretty. And then they finally left.
And after that?
It just so happens that I did go out for a breather. I needed some fresh air. And I think I might well have seen those same men grab him. But that was none of my business. I wouldn't have thought that they were kidnapping him if that's what it was. They weren't particularly rough with him.
Who was the rich merchant, do you think? A jilted lover? A moneylender?
No, my lady. You're in luck. It so happens that I know the man. It was Sir Fontaine, that merchant.
Where can I find him?
He has a house in the wealthy boroughs, just off the canal. A stone's throw from the Thélème embassy.
Thank you. You've been immensely helpful.
This man is completely owned by his love for the game. Do you think we can trust him?
What would he gain from lying?
I have no idea. But what would any wealthy merchant gain from holding a penniless child?
Citizens of Serene, come to me. You won't regret this miraculous opportunity. Your time is precious in these dark hours, but what you're about to discover could save your life.
Might I help you, my lady?
I would like to have a word with Sir Fontaine.
He is absent, but the lady of the house... Enter, please.
Oh, I know you. I've seen you at court. And to what do I owe the honor of...
I would like to have a word with your husband.
He is not here. But...
It concerns a delicate matter. According to witnesses, he had an argument with your...
I see. I am afraid that he has simply returned...
Excuse me, but I'm not...
Don't you see, Your Excellency?
I am very surprised. And that his men escorted him from the tavern using...
Witnesses? In a tavern? And you...
These witnesses are all...
My son was probably shocked to have found us. A gesture that your drunkards must...
What was your son doing on a Naut ship?
It is what they do. Through
What are you talking about?
I would have thought that a legate would know these things. It seems that you have been protected from the turpitudes of our own nation and this horrible, constant You will have no trouble verifying the details.
Where might I find you?
I cannot say, Excellency. Until the Nauts have set sail, we live in fear they will take...
This pact. It sounds like some fear-inducing story.
The Nauts wouldn't be the first to recruit through dubious means.
Your Excellency.
Lady de Sade. I have been told that you were named Those are great responsibilities, but you will bring honor upon your family.
I thank you, Excellency. My cousin Constantine is taking office as governor.
I had no idea you would be leaving so quickly. Well, then, that is a pity. Please convey to your cousin my congratulations.
You seem slightly hesitant.
A rather unscrupulous individual.
Do people actually give credence?
Alas, yes. They snatch up, as you can well imagine, alcohol. This vulgar trickster casts dirt. In any city of the Bridge Alliance, we would have arrested.
I shall see what I can do, but make no promises. My departure...
I thank you, Excellency. And I am pleased to see the man operates in the city center.
Would you be so kind as to tell me what you know about the bridge?
With pleasure. The alliance was sealed by several... The greatest of our cities, Al-Sad, became the capital. And this union was originally put into place to better... But our ancestors quickly realized that the... And of course, exchanges... Today, it is by no means an overstay. Each day, we push the limits...
Could you give me your understanding of...
Our relations hang essentially on the quality of our trade and commerce. The exchanges are very profitable. I will not hide from you that we have hoped you would join on... But your princes insist on It is by all means a respectable position.
The Bridge Alliance has been on Tirfredi for much longer than we have.
It is true that we founded Hikmet. Alas, I haven't been able to go there myself. It is a luxurious island, and the vegetation is extremely varied. We discovered animals that we hadn't. Some are bigger than houses. A savage and crude people also. But you shall discover all of this for yourself.
And what of your war with Thélème?
It has been dragging on. If those bigots hadn't gotten it in their heads to convert the entire... But that's the way of the world.
Have you been fighting battles there?
From what I've been told, Thélème direct conflicts are in fact quite rare.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye.
Madam, I'm sorry. I'm afraid that I won't make for good company.
You'll find all you need in our selection. Whatever you need to be the talk of all. Welcome. It's such a pleasure to see you again. Have you seen anything to your like? Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
Come closer now, good people. Don't be afraid. Come, celebrate. Citizens, I present to you Panacea, the absolute cure of everything. Toothache, stomach ailment, and even an open wound. This potion heals all of that. And more still. This little phial is the product of years of research and intensive labor. I hear you asking if this remedy can heal one from the Malachor. Alas, not yet. But your question is legitimate. I am so close to finding the cure. But the Malachor isn't the only ailment causing you to suffer. Not true? Then don't miss out on this chance and give yourself a healthy and energized life. Rejoice! A phial only costs a few coins, and well worth it to make your life shiny and new again.
Does it really heal everything, your potion?
Everything! Absolutely everything! Except the Malachor, of course. That being said, it is known that those in top health resist the Malachor best of all. Then don't throw away this chance. Think of all the pains that this potion could help you avoid.
You are right! It's a deal! I'm gonna take two!
There's a man that knows a good deal when he sees one. Hurry now! There won't be enough for everyone.
There he is. He's our man, no doubt.
His speech is well polished.
Ah, you're finally tempted.
In all honesty, I haven't made up my mind yet. I want to be certain that I'm not dealing with a charlatan.
In this day and age, I can't blame you. What might I do to convince you?
Are there any nasty side effects with this remedy of yours?
There are none. You will feel nothing but an intense sense of well-being.
Will you drink one of your potions to prove your good faith?
Of course. I take a little sip every morning. But as I'm in perfect health, you won't be able to verify the improvement in my condition. But if it helps you make up your mind, give me just a moment. There now. As you see, I am still in excellent condition.
Come on now. I saw you take that vial out of your pocket. Nothing proves that it's the same potion that you sell to your clients.
As a man of science, I consider skepticism a remarkable quality. But in your case, it is not skepticism, but blindness.
We need to steal one of these potions and force him to drink it.
Brilliant idea, Kurt. Let's take a look at his cart.
To my help! And death to the others! Move away! Things are about to get dicey! You're running out of energy! Drink a potion!
Have you finally made up your mind?
I happen to have a vial of your medicine. Would you be willing to drink it in front of us? To prove that there is no risk?
This bullying is trying my patience. I'm beginning to suspect that you might be working for a rival.
You refuse to taste it?
You might have put something in it to cause me harm or further disgrace.
No, look. The vial is still sealed. It comes straight from your stock.
And you dare challenge me when you have just admitted to being a thief?
Come now. You can see for yourself that I am gladly returning your vial, so that you might drink it in front of witnesses. This might help to dissipate my doubts, as well as those of these brave folk.
Yes, no, you don't have the right.
Damnation. He got away. He can't have gone far.
Find him, before his head ends up on a spike.
Think back to the note that we found. We need to take a look at the tavern. He won't leave the city without his belongings.
I don't have the key. I don't have the key.
You again? What are you doing in my room?
I'm not the only one that's found you. Have you seen the mob that's gathering in the street?
I'm neither deaf nor blind. By the spheres. Why did...
The Alliance ambassador is quite
Sahin. Him again. Ruining... And here I am, playing the part of the potion maker. Me?
Dr. Sahin warned me that you were an impostor.
That doesn't surprise me, coming... I understand if you don't believe me after all that. But I have a number of documents to prove it. I would still be one if Sahin hadn't set off a chain of
Why does Sahin bear you such...
I wasn't fortunate enough to oppose certain I saw them inflicting torture on sick prisoners. To find a remedy to the Malachor, they won't hesitate.
It is for an act of courage that you fell... Are you not ashamed to have poisoned...
These potions are not harmful. That is...
But you could just as easily produce real...
You don't understand. I fled. This potion is an attempt...
So you manipulate people to use...
I don't have a choice.
But if this potion were inoffensive, then...
I ran tests on myself. For such a small sip of this mix... The mob would have been furious in any case.
Your methods don't seem so different.
I don't torture people. And
perhaps. But you are hurting.
So...
I'm sorry, but I don't trust you. I'm going to deliver you to Dr. Sahin.
My lady, I beg you to spare me.
I've heard enough. You are under arrest.
How unjust.
And there you have it. You'd never guess they were once broken.
Well then, were you able to repair?
Yes, just like...
That does indeed.
I would hope.
Your cousin is either a very bad... dangerous fellows. They've
What kind of business?
Several, actually, and they're all illegal and profits. In any case, if you were set on recovering your cousin...
Thank you for the information.
Off with ya. Get him out of whatever mess. Anything else?
How is business going these days?
It's picking up. We've not seen the Malachor and the Navy. The epidemic still rages. But now that we have a city there, quite a few
Has the Malachor really put a damp...
More than a damper. People stop going out of their homes. And then, thankfully, the alchemists of the Brit people are still distrustful, as is their nature, but they are leaving home again. It's a start. I also lost quite a few regular but that's nothing new to you.
With all these sailors coming and going, you must have heard some stories.
Right. Even stories. They say that man trees live there. Treasure abounds under every rock. And this... last night, some naughts even told me. Ah, but you know the kind.
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
Who is there?
May the Illuminated save us. Did the smuggler send you?
The man to which you are referring was arrested and thrown into prison. But reveal to me your hiding place.
Oh, the traitor!
Have you come to deliver us to the Inquisition, then? Please, please, have pity on our souls. We have committed no crime. We are not heretics. We are nothing more than historians.
In that case, why is the ambassador of Thélème so concerned about your teachings? Why is the Inquisition looking for you, and why are you hiding?
Our only error was wanting to publish our work.
It's true. We presented our research, but it didn't please the censor. And here you have the result.
We fled all the way to Serene, thinking we would be safe. But the Inquisition wants to silence us so badly that they followed us here.
Tell me more about your research. What about it is so horrifying that it will provoke such a fuss?
Our work concerned the teachings of St. Lucius.
The disciple of St. Matthias? The one who returned to Thélème?
The very same. His writing was carefully...
With the discovery of Teofredi, we thought it crucial to take a look at the... We wanted to verify if this island could have been...
And? What did you find?
Teofredi is without any doubt, but the text that we discovered...
In the original text, St. Lucius doesn't speak of an Eden. He speaks of a voice that came from the depths of the earth.
It was written in black and white.
I understand now this voice from the depths sounds more the
sacred texts are always difficult to interpret.
Who were you hoping would give you a sign?
We were hoping to reach Al-Sad. The Inquisition...
Our research won't interest the Bridge Alliance, or at least I doubt it. But at least...
By entering Al-Sad as clandestines, you risk...
That would be better than being burned at the stake.
Did you try speaking with the censors? You could.
Oh, we have signed already an app. We were even ready to say that we had never seen the...
It served no purpose.
I see.
I beg of you, please do not deliver us.
I could have a word with the good Dr. Sahin. If he can be persuaded to offer you asylum...
Your goodness honors you.
If I manage to convince the ambassador, you'll need to refrain. Stay here. I'll be back.
Have you spoken with the ambassador? Has he accepted to give us refuge?
Hello? What can I do for you?
We're your replacements. You're dismissed.
Finally! We were starting to grow moss. Courage, me hearties.
Madam, you still haven't found your cousin. As you well know, we can't...
Have no fear. I will...
I'm still without news.
I spoke with a woman who told me she was the mother of the cabin boy.
Taken? Her son is sea-gifted.
A contract?
A commercial contract. In exchange, in some cases, nations even trade some of their subjects. I wouldn't be able to tell you the condition of Jonas's contract. But what I can tell you is the young man, and ever since, he's been a naught.
I have a favor to ask before we leave.
I'm all ears.
We would like to load some merchandise.
Impossible. All merchandise must be registered, so... unless...
I wouldn't go that far.
Well then, they'll have to wait.
Hellfire. If that shipment doesn't leave today, the...
Captain, I understand your position.
I doubt it. Even if I wanted to help you, he's gotten into his head that a gang of ruffians want to use my ship to pass He's placed guards where our cargo is being held before being loaded. Sorry, but your crates are gonna have to wait until...
Sorry, Kurt. At least we tried.
The commander is gonna have my head.
In that case, we're going to have to doctor the manifest ourselves. Be back soon, Captain.
You see anyone else who might be able to help us? Anyone who's not a naught?
Sir de Corsillon is a veritable well of scientific knowledge. He could tell us a little more.
But I still don't see Constantine at your side.
Don't worry.
I certainly hope so. Would you...
I've had a word with Lady Fontaine. You must know her. She told me a strange story about her son who was a cabin. She said that he was taken when he was a child.
Who was a cabin boy?
They took him back to bring him...
Well, that is very unpleasant news, de Sade. Since time immemorial, there's always been children born on their ships belong to them. It's the rule of the sea. But from time to time, the congregation has passed such accord.
Are you telling me that the Fontaines lost their son in an agreement signed between...
No. That pact ended, but Sir Fontaine has made a fortune trading with the Alliance.
Do you mean he would have offered up his own son?
Well, he probably did it before the birth of the child, and regretted it afterwards. What counts most is that breaking a contract with the seafarers has always cost...
I will do my best.
A father selling his own son for a few boat rides. For ugly, that is ugly.
Lady Fontaine didn't seem to have any knowledge of that detail. That could be of use to us.
Captain, milady, we were given...
The way is clear. It's time
to... Do your best to be quick and quiet about it.
Don't you be worrying now.
The warehouse is at the end, to the right there.
Move out. Quick steps. Do you have any idea how to get in there without being noticed?
Let's take a look around the building. We might find a less conspicuous entrance.
Where is the manifest to be found?
I've already been to the port authorities. They keep the official documents upstairs.
If you wore a Naught uniform and you were able to keep your mark hidden from them, they might let us in. Unless we just offered them a drink. These sailors rarely refuse one.
I see where this is headed. If we drop a little soporific in their glasses, the way will be clear. I'll just need to find the proper ingredients. But it's doable.
I've seen a few escapes in my time, but I never thought I'd see someone go to all this trouble to break into a prison.
I don't have the key. It's blocked. It's blocked. Here is the ship's manifest. We only need to add our merchandise to the list.
Thank you, my lord. And don't worry about me. I'll slip outside without being seen.
Don't you worry now. You'll get your merchandise.
This document mentions another property. A warehouse.
That would be a great place to hide. Shall we take a peek?
Your Excellency.
Lady de Sade.
I tracked down your man near the Coin Guard barracks.
Finally.
Let's just say that I put an end to his activity. Matters turned out a little more... He is hiding in a room in the Coin Guard tavern.
Why didn't you have him arrested?
Angry citizens have gathered round the building. They have sworn to... I decided it better to avoid the mob. But if you...
Governor Burren will be happy to learn that a legate with great... Thank you for your help, Excellency.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye.
Your Excellency.
Lady de Sade.
I would like to talk to you about a rather delicate...
I am listening.
A couple of historians have made a recent discovery, and it seems that this is not to the liking of the Illuminated.
These sinister hypocrites are going...
Without a doubt. And that's why these...
We are willing.
At the port of Serene. They were...
Very well. I shall send an...
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lady de Sade.
We owe you our lives. We are eternally grateful.
It was nothing. I hope you won't have too much difficulty adapting to your new country.
If you would allow me, I would like to give you this. It's not much, but it is all that we possess.
Farewell.
You have a kind heart, Greenblood. It'll be the end of you, but that doesn't bother me. I wouldn't have wanted those poor buggers to end up on a burning pyre.
It would seem that I'm not the only one with a tender heart. Good day, Excellency.
Lady de Sade.
It pains me to inform you that the
Curse them!
After I heard the case they made for themselves.
What are you
saying? They convinced me that your accusation and that their only crime was discovering...
And you gave their historical truth. The simple act to have... I fear that is a shame.
I must be going. Farewell, Excellency.
May the light guide you.
Here we are. Be careful. Fontaine won't be alone. He'll have his henchmen with him.
Let's just try to remain discreet.
Guards, take no prisoners!
To my house! Move around! Things are about to get dicey! You're running out of energy! Drink a potion! You're running out of energy! Drink a potion!
Who are you?
My name is Desade. I'm legate of the congregation. Your captain has sent me to find you.
And were you able to convince my father to allow me to go free?
I'm extremely sorry to have to tell you this, Jonas. He preferred to fight to the death rather than allow you to leave. He left me no choice.
How tragic. The poor man. What madness overcame him? And the woman, my mother, she'll be all alone now.
You don't seem to be all that close to your parents.
I hadn't seen them since I was 5 years old. I barely remember them. They find me, capture me, and lock me up in this warehouse. Hard to grow close after all that. My family is the Naughts. I am sorry for my parents, but that is the way of it now. Can I go home?
Yes. You should still go and say farewell to your mother. Then find your way to your ship. I will see you there. It's not possible just now.
If you had any idea who I am... Open up, imbeciles! I have a ship to catch!
That vulture of a tavern master was right. It is Constantine's voice. It's coming from the floor above.
Sounds as if he's locked up.
And I have a feeling they're expecting company. Be careful. The slightest itchy word to these brutes will have them drawing blades to scratch it.
Negotiation may be the solution. As you say, this breed of brutes won't spit on ransom money.
What a waste. I'd rather sneak around them than give half a coin to these seedy fellows.
It's blocked. It's not possible just now.
Shouting like that, we should have got rid of him.
Don't be an idiot. It's obvious that he's a noble, a rich man. He needed to be taught a lesson, but it's better we grab some coin. With all those posters we posted, someone with deep pockets will show up sooner or later to liberate the rooster. He's making a great deal of noise. We could knock him out, or gag him.
To my house! And death to the others! Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
All these blue-bloods, they aren't worth tuppence.
logged.
Well, this has been monumentous, gentlemen, but I have more important things to attend to. An island to govern, treaties to sign, riches to expedite, and a demanding father to impress!
Constantine, it's me!
My fair cousin! Oh, my lucky star. Always there to pull me out of my fight.
I do what I can. We are departing soon. Your father wasn't pleased by your absence this morning.
Have you ever seen him happy about anything when it comes to me? You know what he thinks of me.
He cares about you. I know that. He appointed you governor, didn't he?
He is ridding himself of a source of constant disappointment. Enough said. Today we set sail for adventure. If you only knew how these river scum treated me. Do me a courtesy, fair cousin. Now that we stand boldly alongside the brave Kurt, let's give them their money's worth.
There's no one left to pay, Your Highness. The brave Kurt and your cousin have already settled the books.
Really now? What a shame. I would have loved to have seen that. We've nothing left to do then than to board our ship. An adventure awaits us at the end of the street. Madam? Constantine d'Orsay, future governor of Tir-Fredi. I'm enchanted, Captain. I am eager to board your ship.
Enchanted as well, Your Highness. I hope you enjoy your voyage.
Are you ready? Can we weigh anchor?
We should be able to set sail with the tide, as agreed upon. My cabin boy, Jonas, is back on ship. I have you to thank, I imagine.
You do. It's a rather sad affair, and though solved, leaves a broken family behind.
All we can do is plot a course. No one tells the wind what to do. I do thank you. I didn't think you'd go to so much trouble for a cabin boy. Your actions bring you honor.
Permission to board the ship. We are ready.
Certainly. But keep in mind that we'll be at sea for several months. If you have any farewells to make or any final business to put into order, now is the time.
No, my house is in order. We are ready to embark.
Perfect. Follow me.
I'm so eager to discover Tir-Fredi. My isle, My new city!
You'll need to arm yourself with patience. The voyage will be long. I've been told the trip lasts months.
And they say the place is full of gigantic creatures. As big as buildings.
That's right. I heard a rumor the Nauts even brought one back in one of their ships.
I doubt that. The Nauts are strange, but they're not idiots.
The beast has awoken!
Those conniving, pista-stilling, bridge-building liars. The creature was supposed to be out for days. They'll pay for this.
What the hell manner of cargo are you transporting?
Help! We need ropes! We must contain it!
Come on, let's lend them a hand.
Watch out! Take a step back, sir!
So eager to discover Tear Freddy. My isle, my new city.
You'll need to arm yourself with patience. The voyage will be long. I've been told the trip lasts months.
And they say the place is full of gigantic creatures. As big as buildings.
Come now. so eager to discover Tyr Freddy. My isle, my new city.
You'll need to arm yourself with patience. The voyage will be long. I've been told the trip lasts months.
And they say the place is full of gigantic creatures. As big as buildings.
That's right. I heard a rumor the Nauts even brought one back in one of their ships.
I doubt that. The Nauts are strange, but they're not idiots.
Greenblood, how do you fare?
Fine, fine. It is dead.
Are you wounded?
I'm well. Your lessons have proven effective.
I've never seen a beast this size. It's quite extraordinary.
Cousin, what a fight. You were illustrious.
I'm not of the same mind. I have the feeling it was already weakened. I did nothing more than finish it off.
Your humility remains a constant. But believe me, that battle was absolutely epic.
Madam, gentlemen. Your cousin's enthusiasm is most impressive.
This journey is his long-awaited chance to prove his worth. He has a demanding father.
More likely he's just happy to be free of this hornet's nest.
I definitely know I am. That's certain.
Stations, lads! Wear and cut and ready hot to wear! Lively now, lively! Catch me a win!
What a charming welcoming committee. Gentlemen, I am Constantine of House Orsay, your new governor. I have no idea what sort of ceremony you've prepared for my arrival, but I would gladly skip it, so... Indeed, these are rather peculiar customs. I see, it seems you are quite intent on serving me a drink. Hello? Cat got your tongue, gentlemen? Would it be those annoying beaks?
I am truly sorry. These doctors should have shown a greater measure of courtesy. Thank you, dear doctors. Move along. Don't trouble the Nords. Pay no attention to them. Instead, just drink. The long voyages at sea require the appropriate treatment as soon as we land. According to our scientists, without fortifiers, you might catch your death, and that would be quite regrettable.
I should have chosen death. This concoction is liquid torture.
I would think that they would have warned you on the ship.
No, not in the slightest. And you must be Lady Morange, my predecessor.
You are correct.
There you are!
To your health!
Aha! You got your dose of bile too. Allow me to present to you Lady Morange, and to you, my dear lady, my most trusted cousin. Where is the captain?
He seems to be preoccupied with some sort of admiral.
Indeed. Then I will have to thank him later for this most marvelous voyage. Excellency, lead me to the palace, I beg you. And, whenever possible, go by way of all the intriguing alleyways. I am dying with impatience to discover this new city. My city!
Your Excellence! We must wait for our escort!
No need. Have no fear, for I am here to defend you, my lady.
I've been scullied.
How so?
My admiral laid me off.
My cousin was nonetheless delighted with your services. I hope that there was no misunderstanding.
None, I'm sure of it. She just ordered me to give you any assistance you might need.
This request doesn't seem to please you.
Don't take offense, but it's not pleasant for a captain to abandon his ship. In any case, here I am at your service, for a while.